What's good, Combat Sports fans? You already know, this is another episode of Combat and Kick It with your host, Bando. UFC 302 was this past weekend. It was a good card. Pretty decent. Didn't have nothing crazy, no really crazy special moments. Not super lackluster, but not super exciting. But you already know, after every pay-per-view, I come with a review. So let's get to the review of 302. Let's go. So like I said, welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It, and we are reviewing UFC 302. Islam Makhachev, however you want to pronounce that last name, defended his title for the third time against Dustin Poirier. But it was not no easy fight for him. He didn't have no walk in the park this time. He actually had to show if he had that dog in him. He had to bring that dog out. There was blood in this fight. They went back and forth. There was moments where Dustin was stuffing takedowns. Islam was doing his thing though. Islam has shown that he is evolved, and he's continuing to evolve. His striking looks good. His takedowns are good. He's got his own takedown defense. You don't really see nobody shoot on him, but, he's probably hard to get down as well. But he is evolving every single time he is in there, right? Now, I'm not the biggest fan. You already know that. I don't have to get deep into this. My man's lost. So simple as that. I'm hurt. All I want to see is Charles Oliveira champion in the division. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. But I did want to see Dustin win this fight, so I am hurt. Do I think Islam might be on a little bit of the juicy juice? Maybe so.
Accusations! These are not accusations.
Why do I believe this? Let me tell you why I believe this, right? USADA's gone. USADA no longer a thing. And Jeff Novitzky comes out with the 50 test jacket, whatever, right? And he gives it to Islam right before this fight. Specifically this fight, where he happened to look really gaunt at the weigh-ins, right? He was faded. His eyes were sunken, or, well, actually, matter of fact, couldn't even see his eyes because he had the sunglasses on, right? Looking very, very dehydrated. Obviously, they're always dehydrated, but my dude was looking sunken in, right? He was looking sunken in. And then in the fight, the motherfucker looked like a middleweight in there. He looked way bigger than Dustin. So I'm not making no accusations, but I'm just saying. Nah. Real is real. Dude's strong as shit. It just is what it is, and he's getting better. He's getting more skilled. There's nothing you can say about it, right? So obviously he did his thing. But yeah, I was very impressed by Dustin's takedown defense. But I was talking with my brother today, and he mentioned something that made a lot of sense. When a guy like Dustin is in there, he wasn't going to be able to put both of it together. He was either going to have that phenomenal striking that he always has, where he ends up tagging you, dropping you, shows the power, all that kind of stuff, or he was going to have really good takedown defense. He wasn't going to have both. Now, he had a couple decent moments on the feet, but he wasn't hitting the way we're used to seeing Dustin Poirier hit, right? There was a lot of moments where the same combination that he threw against Benoit Saint-Denis, he could have thrown in this fight. He was in the same distance, same range, and multiple times. But I think Islam hits pretty hard. I think Islam's really quick, and I don't think Dustin expected that. And Dustin was also still paying attention for the takedown, right? He was paying attention the whole time, throwing feints and then dropping down. Right, he was prepping for something that wasn't there yet, because he prepped so hard in training camp just to either get back up or defend from it. And I give him props. He did a fantastic job with it. And he's the first person to bring a real fight to Islam Makhachev. So it's cool to see that dog have to get pulled out of Islam, and it's cool to see Dustin go in there, even though he got finished by Darce, right, in the last round. It is what it is. I think he realized, like, there was no getting out of that position, and it just is what it is. But it's better. I'd rather see him put put work in for a whole 5 rounds, get subbed in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't winning the fight anyways, but put all that work in, show and push Islam Makhachev to the next, to that extent, to see where that dog is, where that dog lies in him. And Dustin did that. So it's better than seeing him get subbed by rear naked in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round. He got to go out there and do what he does best, and that's fight. Islam was just a better man on Saturday. And that's really all you can say about it. Dude is just better. If I had to say, I'd say Islam and Dustin was probably fight of the night, because there wasn't nothing crazy special about any other fight. Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland was okay. To me, the fight was only boring because Paulo Costa wasn't doing anything, right? Sean was doing what Sean does. Sean continuously pushes the pace. He throws the way he throws, lifting his leg, doing all that kind of stuff. That's just how Sean fights. But Paulo was bringing nothing back to him, nothing to threaten Sean, nothing to make Sean think, nothing at all. So I think that was the biggest issue with him, is that Paulo Costa he wasn't going, right? He was just backing up. He was staying on his back foot trying to avoid, and he wasn't bringing no heat. And that's why that fight ended up being pretty lackluster and boring. But that one judge, you are out of your mind, brother. Out of your mind, my guy. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? That was a clear, unanimous decision. So I don't even know how that ended up being a split just because one judge had it in favor for Paulo Costa. What were you thinking, big dog? Paulo didn't do anything in that fight that could have made it seem like he would get any part of the decision. There was no way. So I don't see that. But that fight could have been better. I thought Kevin Holland did good for getting rocked early on and being able to stay calm on the ground and end up getting that armbar submission. He put that armbar on him and started cranking. And I'm like, oh, this dude's definitely going to tap. He didn't tap. And you can see, I don't know exactly what Kevin Holland said, but you can see him say something. And if I had to guess what he was saying, bro, I'm tap or I'm going to snap. Tap or it's going to snap. Simple as that. Tap or you're going to get this arm snapped. And that's exactly what he did. He snapped the arm. And Michael, however you want to say his name, I can't say his last name, he wanted to protest. Bro, your arm was literally just a freaking gummy, like a little gummy worm, bro. Just fucking flapping, dog. Just flapping. There's nothing to protest. The arm was broken, and the only thing that's going to happen more is Kevin's just going to crank it even more, make it even worse. So, fight another day. You know what I'm saying? Save that arm, fight another day. But Kevin Holland, that was important, very impressive. I'd say that was probably submission of the night overall. I would think that would have to be submission of the night. Let's see, what other... Like, honestly, it wasn't exciting. There wasn't that much going on. There was not that much going on. Nico Price did decent against Alex Morono. Randy Brown and Zaleski dos Santos had a decent fight. Roman Kopylov and Cesar Almeida was interesting. Gelton Almeida went out there and did his thing real quick. Real quick. He took the criticism. Even the type of criticism, same criticism. I was on the team of the people giving him the criticism because I agreed. He needed to go out and start being a finisher, right? No one wants to see you take people down as a heavyweight and lay on top of them. No one cares about that. If you can't get a finish, no one's going to get behind you. So he went out there with that in his mind, and he finished Alexander Romanov in 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the first round. You know, actually, Jake Matthews and Philip Rowe had a decent fight. But so many decisions. Listen to all these decisions. Decision between Phil Rowe and Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews won by decision. Grant Dawson beats Joe Solecki by decision. That was a one-sided affair. All the way through, just one-sided affair. Grant Dawson just absolutely pummeled him on the ground. Then you have Randy Brown and Dos Santos was decision. Nico Price, Morono, decision. Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa, decision. And honestly, if Islam didn't secure that submission, that would have gone to decision as well. Because I don't think anybody was really going to get finished. I think that sweep that Islam was able to grab, like that ankle pick and that sweep, and that's exactly what he needed to do. And it's all she wrote, folks. It's all she wrote. Sucks for Dustin Poirier. Obviously, as a fan of Dustin, I want to see Dustin fight more. I want to see him continue to fight. But we will talk about that on another episode where we talk about Dustin Poirier and what is next for him. So I will catch you on that next episode that I'm about to record in probably like 10 minutes. So I will catch you on that next episode. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you know when that next episode is out. And I'll catch you then. Talk to you later. Peace.
Times.